Hey, it's John here, and it's been a long time since we did one of these walking and talking videos. This is actually my second attempt at this one because I shoot these in a stabilizing app called Hyperlapse when I'm walking like this, so that they're not quite as shaky. And I processed the other one at the wrong speed and then couldn't find out how to kind of bring it back again. So there you go. How are you doing? It's been like I say, it's a while. I've been doing the book club videos, but I haven't made a kind of a sacred video for a while, and I haven't done a walking and talking for a long time. I've just been along by the river, and then I've come up a big hill, and now I'm making my way down to Nutcliff Woods, which are just kind of, which will take me back down into Hebden. And I'm rotten with a cold, so I was hoping to make a video today, and then I was thinking, well, I won't. And as you can see from my eyes, just had a really bad cold for a few days, so I'm filled up on echinacea, but I'm not feeling great, quite weak and wobbly actually, but I needed the air, and I needed some, well, the best thing you can do is just get the air. So here we are. I thought I'd just say hello to you. So how the heck are you? I hope you are full of life and presence and thriving and kind of just loving your life, or bringing love into your life, or finding the love that is in your life inside you already. And there's been a few things on my mind recently, or in my heart rather, because I'm not a big thinker. I gave a talk at the Mindful Living show last weekend. I've just got to be careful, it's very muddy and possibly slippery. Gave a talk last weekend, and it went down really well, and that's kind of been a large part of my purpose in the last 3 years, is just finding a way to be in presence with people and to connect, and through the presence that is, it's not necessarily so much about what we say, although it's useful as kind of envelope that carries the space within, that allows us to kind of connect to the truth in ourselves. It just had me wondering, kind of, what is the way that I can be best of service to kind of help people connect to the love and the presence in them more, to help them see through the objects of consciousness that we've been conditioned with, and then we kind of self-condition ourselves with, so that life is not our life, but we live through value systems that are not really ours, because they're not based in the truth of life and reality. And then we meet other people from object consciousness, and they're in object consciousness, and we think one person is this politic and another person is the other politic. We think this person is of that opinion and that we have this opinion, and we have ideals, and we all just want to be ourselves. That's the amazing thing. We all just want to be ourselves, and we all just want to kind of create a perfect world somehow, of no pain and no suffering for ourselves. And yet some of these modes of doing things, it is snowing, raining, sunning simultaneously. Now it's sleeting. Oh my god. Right, we're heading to the woods. It's lovely. Whoa! Good lord. So what can you do? I'm out, and I'm at least half an hour from home, so I'm just going to accept being here and smile and be with it, and enjoy talking to you in a sleet storm. We'll be in the woods in a minute, although there's no cover, there's no leaves on the trees. There we go, a bit better. Can you see? yeah, and then we have the pain body as well, and the pain body is the kind of that reactive self that then is in kind of pure reaction every time somebody comes near one of the things that we think is the meaning of our life, the things that we live through, our values and so on. And then when we react and try to cause pain, the pain body wants pain for ourselves, and it wants to continue that as long as possible and has that intense feeling, and it wants to cause pain in others. And it thinks by causing pain in others and being right and righteous, then somehow our pain is relieved and we will be okay. It thinks it can fulfill itself, and it's kind of it's more of an emotive thing, even though it stems from the conditioning of the mind. This is it's a full downpour of sleet. So just be with me. The river down below. There's nowhere to go, so I just will carry on walking. And but talking to friends then this week since that, and even at the festival, people were saying to me, "Oh, you need to write a book. You need to write a book. That's what all the other inverted commas spiritual teachers do. That's how they make it." And when I look on Instagram feeds and things, there's always this kind of nice spiritual quotations and things like that. Can I be honest and just say I hate that, even though I've done it myself in the past, trying to fit in. I can't stand spiritual quotations. Can't stand them. Look at this. This is so beautiful down here. Sometimes they're of use. But just kind of endlessly churning out a kind of a spiritual thing each day, is that of service? Anyway, each to their own. It just doesn't feel right for me. And I've written books in the past. People were saying, well, you've written books before, it's no problem for you. And will you write a book now? And I actually wrote a book over the last year, 90,000 words, a kind of sacred journal, which I felt like I needed to do just to kind of record with some kind of truth as best I could the kind of what it's like to be living in consciousness in this world, and to kind of keep coming back to love in oneself, and how that was working out for this small being. And I've no idea what to do with that, or if anybody will be interested, any publisher or anything. I don't even have a publisher anymore. I used to publish all these books, but that world was so empty and lonely for me as that little being. And now I don't regard myself as anybody. I've had that world, and it meant nothing. And I enjoyed it, but it kind of, compared to talking to you now, nothing. But so there's that. How do I best be of service? How do we best be of service? And then on top of that, which is an extension of this kind of question, is can we somehow, because I think we sometimes see the spiritual path or the sacred life as kind of being private, like a little hobby almost that we do at home, our yoga mats, our yoga groups, our meditation classes, our Facebook groups and so on, going on retreat once in a while to somewhere nice, which is a great thing to do, by the way. All these things are good things to do, but what if we were to take our sacredness into our workplaces? What if we were to move into politics and create a spiritual politics? What if we brought our sacredness to the food industry, to medicine, to the daily work that we do, to working in the garage, or to to doing our laundry, or to the meetings that we have with other people? And it just got me to thinking that we could kind of be more useful. Those who, I don't mean this in any kind of religious way, because then we're back to ideology and my religion and your religion and things like that. Unless we're talking about the higher aspects of the religion, the Gnostic aspects of the religions. Zen and Vedanta and Sufism and so on. If we're, and even in the kind of the spiritual path, if it's just an ego thing for us, trying to add something to us, then we won't be of any use. We won't be of any use. But for those who have got some access to presence within them, to begin, sorry, I'm sort of tiptoeing because it's so muddy and slippery at this part of the path. Those who have access to presence within them, to let that light start shining out, and to deliberately go into places where it might be difficult for us. One thing I've been thinking about doing is creating a thing called the open space. Steal this if you want to, where people from all different backgrounds, political, financial, etc., can kind of just come together, and there's no talking, there's no teaching, we just meditate. Perhaps there's a little guidance in the meditation, but we just meditate together and meet in that true place beyond beyond the mind. Would we have the guts to kind of come together and do that? And it's not about kind of meeting on ideological principles at all, but meeting in that true place. And then would something change? I got this idea from running my book group, actually, my reading group, because I've noticed what happens in the reading group is that we come together, and we come together for a different purpose than our normal daily stuff. We're not talking about our ideologies, we're not talking about our politics, we're not talking about our religions. We meet and we have an agreement of kindness in the group, which I'm, lovingly firm about, and it seems that as we kind of be together, that kind of like the love kind of comes out, the kind of the presence kind of comes out. So yeah, I mean, maybe we can start creating fora where we can come together in different ways. This is getting pretty strong down here, so I need both my hands to navigate this. I'll just stand here in the sleet and finish off, and then kind of carry on down my way. Yeah. So we have this kind of pool of water here in the middle of the woods. This is actually like a nature reserve in the woods. Anyway, there you go, a crazy talk and a crazy walk. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up and all that sort of thing, this video, and I always say these things, but really your thoughts would be appreciated, and from your heart, and I'll keep on reflecting on this stuff. I don't feel like I want to write a book right now, and to kind of put some kind of stuff out in the world. There's enough books out in the world. You know everything you need to know. My instruction was to go and talk to people, and I need to find ways to kind of doing that, and yet at the same time, I feel like part of that is really about honouring my own life. By being of service, I'm honouring my own life, and then, through incomes and so on from doing the work that I do, whatever that is, that I kind of, I and my family can thrive, and that's part that we kind of leave out sometimes, I think, and we think that spirituality has got nothing to do with actually looking after ourselves, and I don't mean in any kind of greedy way, just genuinely taking loving care and existing in this world. Anyway, let me wish you all the love that there is, because it's already inside you, so I don't need to do anything about that. It's just there, baby. And yeah, what a walk. Thank you for being with me on this lovely walk. I hope the sound and things turn out okay on this video, and have a beautiful day. I'm going to go home and have really hot tea and a very gentle lunch, and yeah, take care. Bye bye.